Chapter 3. Ashtavakra says, after knowing yourself as one, indestructible and wise, how can you desire to accumulate wealth? Just as by visualizing silver in pearl, greed is invoked, in the same way, the ignorance of self leads to the desire for worldly pleasures. On recognizing I am that, from which the waves of the world rises, how can you run like a poor? Upon hearing that the self or the Atman is pure, conscious and extremely beautiful, how can you become a slave to lust? How can you become impure? It is a matter of surprise as to why a sage who is aware of the fact of all in one and one in all withholds the sense of attachment. It is astonishing that one who abides in the self and has the knowledge of liberation gets distracted by lust and desires. Lust is an enemy of gained wisdom. Then why one who is weak with age still craves sensual pleasure? How can one be afraid of liberation if he is unattached to the materials of this and the other world? If one can discriminate between the permanent and the temporary and wishes to attain liberation, then the dissolution of this body should not be a matter of fear to him. A wise who forever abides in the self is neither pleased nor furious on being acclaimed or tormented. How can praise or blame matter to a serene soul who witnesses his body's actions as if those are of someone else's and not his, having realized that the world is an illusion, having realized that nothing is left to be known? How can one of resolute mind fear death? With whom can we compare the saint? As he is devoid of desires even in bad times, and is contented with the knowledge of self. This unreal world seems to be full of life, owing to its true nature. Actually, it is non-existent. How can a person who agrees with the nothingness of objects prefer a particular thing to another? One who is unattached to passions, one who is free from any doubts and desires, does not experience any pleasure or pain related to different events. Chapter 4. Ashtavakra says, undoubtedly, one who knows self, though he seems to be supportive and plays the game of life, cannot be compared to a deluded person who is burdened by various situations. A yogi attains no happiness, though he abides in the elevated state yearned for by Indra and other deities. The way the sky is not touched by smoke, similarly, the one who knows the self is not touched by right or wrong. A great soul, having knowledge of universe as self, cannot be prevented from living life as per his choice. Out of the 4 categories of living creatures, from Brahma down to the grass, only an enlightened being is capable of abandoning desires and hatred. It is only one in many who considers one as the Self and the Lord of the universe. He who knows this fears none. Chapter 5. Ashtavakra says, you are a pure soul, not connected to anything. What do you desire to renounce? Dissolve the illusion and be one with the Self. As bubbles arise from the sea, the world originates from you. Know yourself as one and enter the state of oneness. Although this world is visible from eyes, but it is not real. In your pure self, this world does not exist. World is imagined in you, like a snake imagined in a rope. Know this and be one with Self. You are unaffected through misery and joy, hope and despair, life and death. You are perfect. Know this and be one with Self. Chapter 6. Ashtavakra says, I am boundless space. The world is a jar. This is the truth. There is nothing to accept, renounce, or destroy. I am a boundless ocean. The universe forms its waves. This is the truth. There is nothing to accept, renounce, or destroy. The world is imagined in me, like silver in the mother of pearl. This is the truth. There is nothing to accept, renounce, or destroy. I am in all souls, and all souls are within me. This is the truth. There is nothing to accept, renounce, or destroy. Chapter 7. King Janak says, I am a boundless ocean. Within this ocean, the world drifts here and there, like a ship roaming by its own wind. But this doesn't make me restless. I am a boundless ocean. Within this ocean, the waves of world rise and fall naturally. But I neither rise nor fall. I am a boundless ocean. Within this ocean, the world is a dream. I abide in this as formless and peaceful. In that infinite and spotless state, there is no place for I. Likewise, I abide in an unattached, desireless, and peaceful state. Amazing! I am pure awareness, and this world is a magic show. How and where from can the thoughts of good and bad arise? Chapter 8. Ashtavakra says, bondage arises when the mind desires or grieves something, sacrifices or accepts something, is happy or angry for something. Liberation is when mind does not desire or grieve, sacrifice or accept, becomes happy or angry. It is bondage. when mind is attracted to any ostensible object. It is liberation when mind is detached from any ostensible object. When there is I and my, there is bondage. When there is no I and my, there is liberation. Contemplate in this and neither accept nor reject anything. Chapter 9. Ashtavakra says, no one has ever cleared away the confusion as to which task has to be done and which should not be done. Believing this, be unconcerned and quit such rules. In this world, blessed are those who have lost the desire for lust, good food, and luxuries. All this is perishable. They invoke the sufferings of body and wealth. Reject this world. Contemplate this thought, and you will be at peace. Is there any age or time when there are no confusions for a person? So, let go your doubts and attain happiness. On seeing the various opinions of great yogis, saints, and sages, anyone can get detached from this world and attain peace. A guru who abides in consciousness will definitely bring you out from the cycle of birth and death. Notice the change in the nature of elements as nothing more than the elements. You will be instantly free and abide in self. Desire creates this world. Renounce the world. By doing so, you will be able to renounce the desires. Now, you can remain as you are.